10 celebrities with weird body deformities then and now 2025. Body imperfections? More like unique trademarks. While celebrities often seem flawless under the spotlight, some of Hollywood's biggest stars have surprising physical traits that set them apart. From missing fingers to mysterious eyes, these famous faces prove that so-called flaws can become iconic. Stars like Daryl Hannah, Joaquin Phoenix, and David Bowie have embraced their uniqueness, turning what others might see as imperfections into defining features. Their stories will challenge the way you see beauty and individuality in Hollywood. Let's dive in. Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah was just 3 years old when a seemingly ordinary day turned into a life-altering moment. She had been playing near an elevator in her grandmother's home, unaware of the danger lurking in the mechanical gears. In an instant, her small left index finger got caught in the machinery. The pain was unimaginable, and by the time the ordeal was over, two segments of her finger were gone. For many, such a childhood trauma could lead to self-consciousness or hesitation, especially in an industry as image-driven as Hollywood. But Hannah refused to let it define her. As she grew older, she learned how to adjust, using her other fingers to compensate for the missing portion. Instead of seeing herself as different, she focused on what she could do, an attitude that would later help her thrive in one of the toughest industries in the world. By the late 1970s, Hannah had begun making a name for herself as an actress, and in 1982, she gained widespread recognition as Pri, the acrobatic replicant in Blade Runner. Her striking beauty and captivating performances captured audiences' attention, yet few noticed her missing finger. While some directors worked around it, using gloves, strategic camera angles, or props, Hannah never felt ashamed of her hand. In fact, she often joked about it, showing it to friends and fans alike with confidence. Her career continued to soar with films like Splash, 1984, Wall Street, 1987, and Kill Bill, 2003, proving that talent always outshines physical differences. But Hannah's impact stretched beyond acting. She became a dedicated environmental activist, using her voice to advocate for sustainability and conservation efforts. Karolina Kurkova. On the surface, Karolina Kurkova seemed to have it all: the towering height, striking features, and effortless grace that made her one of the most sought-after supermodels in the world. But there was one thing she didn't have: a belly button. Born on February 28, 1984, in the Czech Republic, Kurkova was an athletic and energetic child who never imagined she would one day walk the runways of Victoria's Secret. Her journey into modeling began when a friend sent her photos to an agency at just 15. By 17, she had moved to New York, where her career skyrocketed. She became one of the youngest models to grace the cover of Vogue and quickly secured contracts with top designers. Yet, behind the flawless magazine covers and high-fashion campaigns, there was something unique about her body. Kurkova's missing belly button wasn't a Photoshop trick or a personal choice. It was the result of a life-saving surgery she underwent as an infant. Born with an umbilical hernia, doctors had to perform a procedure that left her without a traditionally shaped navel. For years, many were unaware of this detail, as magazines and brands would digitally alter images to make her stomach appear more conventional. When the topic finally surfaced in the media, Kurkova addressed it with confidence. Rather than seeing it as a flaw, she embraced it as a symbol of her individuality. During her peak from 2005 to 2009, she was one of Victoria's Secret's most iconic angels, even wearing the prestigious fantasy bra. Today, Kurkova balances modeling with motherhood and wellness advocacy. Her story is a reminder that even in an industry obsessed with perfection, true beauty lies in embracing what makes us different. Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton is known for her ethereal beauty, unconventional roles, and ability to transform into any character. With films like Orlando, 1992, We Need to Talk About Kevin, 2011, and Doctor Strange, 2016. She has captivated audiences with her distinct presence. But beyond her androgynous elegance and chameleon-like acting, she possesses a unique physical trait, an extra nipple, which she playfully refers to as her witch's mark. Born Catherine Matilda Swinton on November 5, 1960 in London, She grew up in a noble Scottish family with deep historical roots. Despite this privileged background, Swinton was drawn to the arts, rejecting traditional expectations in favor of an unpredictable creative path. She became known for her fearless approach to cinema, often taking on avant-garde and challenging roles. In an interview, Swinton revealed that she has a third nipple, a rare condition known as polythelia. While some might have seen it as a flaw, she embraced it, even joking about its mystical connotations. Historically, such marks were once associated with witchcraft, but Swinton, a lover of folklore and mystery, turned the idea into an amusing anecdote rather than a source of insecurity. Her ability to embrace the unusual has defined her career. Unlike many Hollywood stars, she doesn't conform to beauty standards or commercial expectations. Instead, she takes pride in her uniqueness, whether through her strikingly pale complexion, unconventional fashion choices, or bold film roles. Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is one of Hollywood's most respected actors, known for his intense performances in Gladiator, 2000, Walk the Line, 2005, and Joker, 2019. His deep blue eyes, sharp features, and brooding presence have made him instantly recognizable. But one subtle detail on his face has always drawn curiosity: a scar-like mark above his upper lip. Unlike common assumptions, it's not the result of an injury or surgery, but a congenital condition known as microform cleft lip. Born on October 28, 1974, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Phoenix grew up in a highly unconventional family. His parents, part of a nomadic religious group before settling down, encouraged creativity and nonconformity in their children. From a young age, Phoenix was exposed to the world of acting, following in the footsteps of his older brother, River Phoenix. His distinctive upper lip, which some mistakenly believe is a scar from surgery, is actually the mildest form of a cleft lip. Unlike more severe cases requiring surgical correction, Phoenix's condition developed naturally before birth. He has never considered it a flaw, nor has he sought to hide it. Instead, it has become part of his rugged and enigmatic persona. Throughout his career, Phoenix has portrayed deeply complex and flawed characters, often channeling his own life experiences into his roles. His ability to bring raw emotion to the screen has earned him critical acclaim, including an Academy Award for Joker. Rocky Dennis. Rocky Dennis was born on December 4, 1961, with a condition so rare that doctors doubted he would live past childhood. Diagnosed with craniodiaphyseal dysplasia, a severe bone disorder that caused extreme skull thickening and facial deformities, he faced a life filled with medical challenges and societal prejudice. Yet, despite his condition, Rocky lived with an unwavering spirit that continues to inspire people today. Raised by his devoted mother, Rusty Dennis, Rocky grew up in Glendora, California. Doctors warned that as his skull thickened, it would compress his brain and lead to an early death. But Rusty refused to let his diagnosis define his life. She encouraged him to attend school, socialize, and pursue his interests like any other child. Rocky proved to be an exceptional student, excelling academically despite frequent medical setbacks. What set Rocky apart wasn't just his condition, it was his resilience. He had a quick wit, a sense of humor, and a compassionate heart. Instead of retreating from the world, he confronted society's biases head-on. He once told people, "If I make you uncomfortable, you can move, but I can't change my face." His courage and self-acceptance left a lasting impact on those around him. Tragically, Rocky passed away at just 16 years old on October 4, 1978. His life story was later immortalized in the 1985 film Mask, where Eric Stoltz portrayed him and Cher played his mother. The movie brought awareness to craniofacial disorders, challenging public perceptions about beauty and acceptance. Andy Garcia. Andy Garcia is widely recognized as one of Hollywood's most talented actors, known for his roles in The Godfather Part 3, 1990, Ocean's 11, 2001, and The Untouchables, 1987. With his intense gaze, deep voice, and Cuban-American charm, he built a reputation for playing powerful and charismatic characters. However, Few people know that Garcia's life began with an unusual
generosity
medical challenge.
of your spirit
He was
and
born
your
as a
warmth.
conjoined twin. Born Andres Arturo Garcia Menendez on April 12, 1956, in Havana, Cuba, Garcia came into the world attached to a parasitic twin, a rare condition where one twin fails to fully develop and remains dependent on the other. In his case, the undeveloped twin was attached to his shoulder. Doctors successfully removed the tissue shortly after birth, leaving no visible trace of his unusual beginning. Despite this rare medical condition, Garcia grew up as a strong and determined child. When he was 5 years old, his family fled Cuba following Fidel Castro's rise to power, seeking political refuge in Miami, Florida. The transition was difficult, as Garcia had to adapt to a new culture and learn English while navigating life in a foreign country. However, he used these early struggles to fuel his ambition. By the 1980s, Garcia was making a name for himself in Hollywood, landing roles that showcased his intensity and depth as an actor. His breakthrough came in The Godfather Part 3, where he played Vincent Mancini, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Throughout his career, he has stayed true to his Cuban heritage, often advocating for Latino representation in Hollywood. Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler, the legendary frontman of Aerosmith, is known for his electrifying stage presence, signature scarves, and powerful vocals. From anthems like Dream On and Walk This Way to his high-energy performances, Tyler has solidified his place as one of rock's greatest icons. But behind the scenes, years of performing in tight footwear and jumping across stages led to an excruciating condition known as Morton's neuroma. Born on March 26, 1948, in Yonkers, New York, Tyler grew up immersed in music. By the 1970s, Aerosmith had skyrocketed to fame, but with success came the demands of relentless touring. Decades of wearing pointed shoes and heeled boots, part of his flamboyant rockstar persona, took a severe toll on his feet. In 2008, Tyler revealed that he had developed Morton's neuroma, a painful nerve condition that occurs when the tissue around a nerve thickens, often due to excessive pressure. The condition made it feel like he was walking on burning pebbles, causing discomfort so severe that he had to undergo multiple surgeries. Despite medical treatments, the pain persisted, eventually affecting his ability to perform. Tyler's struggle with foot pain contributed to his decision to step back from extensive touring. During this period, he took on a new role as a judge on American Idol, introducing his rockstar charisma to a new generation of fans. While many missed his high-energy performances, his time on television allowed him to focus on recovery while still staying connected to music. Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour has spent decades captivating audiences with her elegance and talent, most notably in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. With a career spanning over 50 years, she has built a reputation as a versatile actress, author, and entrepreneur. Yet, few know that she was born with an unusual physical trait, a fused finger. Born Joyce Penelope Wilhelmina Frankenberg on February 15, 1951, in London, England, Seymour grew up dreaming of a career in the arts. She trained as a ballet dancer before shifting her focus to acting. Despite her natural grace and beauty, one of her hands held a small, unique detail. Two of her fingers were partially fused at birth, a condition known as syndactyly. Unlike many actors who might feel self-conscious about a visible difference, Seymour never let it hold her back. She embraced it as part of her identity, rarely discussing it in public, but also never feeling the need to hide it. In an industry obsessed with perfection, she proved that talent and poise far outweighed any physical anomaly. Her breakthrough role came in 1973 when she played Solitaire, the mysterious Bond girl in Live and Let Die. Over the years, she built a career filled with critically acclaimed roles, from period dramas to contemporary films. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, 1993 to 1998, cemented her status as a household name, showcasing her ability to bring warmth and intelligence to the screen. Megan Fox. Megan Fox is often celebrated as one of Hollywood's most stunning actresses, known for her roles in Transformers, 2007, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014, and Jennifer's Body, 2009. With her piercing blue eyes, dark hair, and striking features, she has long been considered a beauty icon. However, few people realize that she has a unique physical trait. Her thumbs are shorter and wider than average, a condition known as brachydactyly type D. Brachydactyly type D, sometimes called club thumb, or informally a toe thumb, is a genetic condition where the bones in the thumb are shortened, resulting in a wider and flatter appearance. While it does not affect functionality, it is an uncommon trait that has sparked curiosity among fans and media. Born on May 16, 1986 in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Fox had an early interest in acting and modeling. By her teenage years, she had already started booking small roles, but it was Transformers that catapulted her to international fame. As one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, she has often faced intense scrutiny over her appearance, with tabloids zooming in on every detail, including her thumbs. Despite the occasional attention drawn to her hands, Fox has never let it affect her confidence. When asked about it in interviews, she has acknowledged it playfully, but never considered it a flaw. Her confidence, talent, and magnetic screen presence have ensured that such minor details have never overshadowed her success. Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry will always be remembered as the quick-witted, sarcastic Chandler Bing from Friends, 1994 to 2004. A role that made him one of the most beloved sitcom actors of all time. His comedic timing and natural charm won over millions, but few fans noticed that he was missing part of his right middle finger, a childhood injury that became one of his lesser-known physical traits. Born on August 19, 1969, in Williamstown, Massachusetts, Perry was an athletic and energetic child. However, at just 3 years old, he suffered a painful accident when his grandfather accidentally slammed a car door on his hand, severing the tip of his finger. Though it was a traumatic incident, Perry grew up without it affecting his self-esteem or ability to perform. Throughout his time on Friends, Perry's missing fingertip went largely unnoticed, as it was rarely visible on camera. Interestingly, the sitcom even included a humorous nod to it. Chandler's character lost a toe in a flashback episode, a coincidence that amused longtime fans who later learned about Perry's real-life injury. Despite the immense success of Friends, Perry battled personal struggles throughout his career, including a highly publicized battle with addiction. He was open about his years of substance abuse and recovery, writing candidly about his experiences in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. His willingness to share his challenges inspired many, offering hope to those facing similar battles. Tragically, Perry passed away on October 28, 2023, at the age of 54. His sudden death shocked fans and the entertainment world, but his legacy remains. Beyond his comedic genius, he is remembered for his resilience, honesty, and advocacy for addiction recovery. His life serves as a reminder that even in the face of personal struggles, it is possible to leave behind a legacy of laughter and hope. David Bowie. David Bowie was more than just a musician. He was a cultural phenomenon. With his otherworldly stage presence, ever-evolving personas, and timeless hits like Space Oddity, Heroes, and Life on Mars, he captivated audiences for over 5 decades. But among his many striking features, one stood out the most: his mismatched-looking eyes, which added to his enigmatic allure. Many believed that Bowie had heterochromia, a condition where a person has 2 different eye colors. However, the truth was even more fascinating. He had anisocoria, a condition where one pupil remains permanently dilated, creating the illusion of different colored eyes. This unique trait was not something he was born with, but rather the result of an accident during his teenage years. Born David Robert Jones on January 8, 1947 in London, Bowie developed a passion for music and art early in life. As a teenager, he was deeply involved in the mod culture of the 1960s. One day, at the age of 15, he got into a fight with his best friend, George Underwood, over a girl they both liked. Underwood punched Bowie in the left eye, causing severe damage to the muscle that controlled his iris. Despite multiple surgeries, the injury left Bowie with a permanently dilated pupil, which affected his depth perception, but did not hinder his vision significantly. Rather than seeing this as a flaw, Bowie embraced it as part of his identity. His striking gaze became one of his most recognizable features, adding to the mystique of his personas. From Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke, Bowie continued to reinvent himself throughout his career, influencing generations of musicians, artists, and performers. He passed away on January 10, 2016, at the age of 69, after a private battle with liver cancer. His legacy endures, proving that true artistry lies in embracing one's uniqueness and transforming imperfections into trademarks of greatness. Throughout history, Hollywood has been filled with stars who stand out not just for their talent, but for their unique physical traits. From Daryl Hannah's missing finger to David Bowie's mesmerizing eyes, these celebrities have embraced what makes them different, proving that individuality is a strength, not a weakness. Their stories remind us that imperfections do not define us. They make us memorable. Which celebrity's story surprised you the most? Do you know of any other famous figures with unusual traits? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts with us. Your support helps us create more fascinating content. And if you haven't already, subscribe to All About Hollywood to stay updated on the latest celebrity stories, behind-the-scenes secrets, and Hollywood mysteries. See you in the next video.